Have you ever dreamed of visiting a city where two continents meet? A place where in the morning you can walk through an ancient church? At lunch, you can eat food from the Ottoman times. And in the evening, you can take a boat between Europe and Asia? That city is Istanbul in Turkey. Today, I will take you with me on a wonderful day in Istanbul, full of history, culture, and adventure. I started my day at Hagia Sophia, one of the most famous buildings in the world. Hagia Sophia is special because it has been many things. First a church, then a mosque, and now a museum. When I entered, I looked up at the giant golden dome. It was shining with light. The walls were covered with beautiful mosaics, small, colorful pieces of glass and stone. Some mosaics were more than 1,000 years old. I walked slowly inside, listening to the sound of my steps on the stone floor. I imagined the millions of people who had come there before me, emperors, sultans, and normal visitors like me. It felt like stepping back in time. Hagia Sophia showed me how history and religion are connected in Turkey. Just across the square, I saw another famous place, the Blue Mosque, also called Sultan Ahmed Mosque. From the outside, the mosque looked amazing with its 6 tall minarets. When I entered, I had to take off my shoes as a sign of respect. Inside, the walls and ceilings were decorated with thousands of blue tiles, which is why it is called the Blue Mosque. The light came through small windows and made the inside feel calm and peaceful. Some people were praying, others were sitting quietly. I also sat for a few minutes and enjoyed the silence. It was a cultural and spiritual experience at the same time. By this time, I was hungry. I went to a small local restaurant nearby. I ordered a plate of kebabs with rice and vegetables. For dessert, I had baklava, a sweet pastry with nuts and honey. And of course, I drank a glass of hot Turkish tea. The waiter smiled and told me that baklava was a favorite dessert of the Ottoman sultans. The food was fresh, tasty, and full of flavor. Eating local food is one of the best parts of traveling. After lunch, I walked to the Grand Bazaar, one of the oldest and biggest covered markets in the world. The bazaar has more than 4,000 shops. Inside, it was like a labyrinth with narrow streets. Everywhere I looked, there were carpets, colorful lamps, jewelry, spices, and clothes. The smell of spices filled the air. I spoke to some shopkeepers and practiced my bargaining skills. I asked, "Can you give me a discount?" And we laughed together. Finally, I bought a small glass lamp as a souvenir to take home. In the afternoon, I went to Topkapi Palace, the home of the Ottoman sultans for almost 400 years. The palace was huge with many courtyards, gardens, and rooms. I walked through the halls where the sultans had important meetings. I saw their treasures, golden swords, beautiful jewelry, and clothes decorated with pearls. One of the best parts was the view of the Bosphorus from the palace gardens. I stood there looking at the water and the bridges, and I thought about how powerful the sultans must have felt while looking at their empire. As the evening came, I decided to take a boat trip on the Bosphorus, the river that separates Europe and Asia. The boat moved slowly, and I could see both sides of the city. On the European side, there were palaces and modern buildings. On the Asian side, I saw small houses and mosques. The sun was setting, and the sky turned orange, pink, and purple. The lights of the bridges and buildings started to shine. It was magical. I took many photos, but honestly, no photo could show the real beauty of that moment. Sailing between 2 continents was an experience I will never forget. My last stop was the Galata Tower, one of the oldest towers in Istanbul. I climbed up to the top. From there, I had a panoramic view of the whole city at night. I saw Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque glowing with lights, the Bosphorus shining in the dark, and thousands of lights from the houses and streets. Standing on the tower, I felt thankful for this day. Istanbul looked like a sea of stars. It was the perfect ending to my wonderful day, because I found my dream husband there. According to legends, if you go to Galata for the first time with someone, you'll either find the one there will end up marrying them. And that was my incredible day in Turkey. From Hagia Sophia to the Bosphorus, from delicious food to busy markets, every place had its own story. Turkey is a country where you can feel history and modern life together. If you ever get the chance, don't just visit Istanbul and experience it. Walk on its streets, eat its food, and enjoy its culture. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this journey, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Please like and subscribe for more videos.